So I'm gonna go over the Renegade Row, kettlebell Renegade Row, the progressions, and it's different options of doing a Renegade Row for different purposes, different reasons. Renegade Row is a good upper body and core builder. I mean, when we're talking about strength and building strengths with kettlebell, um, when you do kettlebell Renegade Rows, you're going to use your entire body. There's two options. You can use the big boys, the bigger kettlebells, to work on more of your pulling power, where when you're in a Renegade Row, you're pulling. And I mean, either way, you're working your core stability doing them, but you're working a lot of strength for power. When you use these little guys and you're doing the same movements, now you're working stability control, because these little guys will fall over on you if you're not careful, because you have to manage which way they fall. These, they don't fall over so easy. So you actually have to control them, so they build strength more from a calisthenics point of view, where you're mastering more of your body movement, your body strength control, where these you're actually putting on mass and trying to get bigger, stronger, more powerful. So there's different reasons for doing Renegade Rows, and I wanted to start this video off with that, and explaining that Renegade Rows aren't just, for one purpose. There's many reasons to train Renegade Rows. I mean, I use them for martial arts training, as well as calisthenics training, as well as my own strength and conditioning training in joint health. So I constitute Renegade Rows in my regiment, and in my guys that I train. They all get to do Renegade Rows. They hate them, but they're stronger men for them. And so I'm going to go through, and I'm going to go through the progression first before we even touch a Renegade Row, and how the Renegade Row even comes into play, and what happens if you can't do what I'm showing you how to do. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's do this first. I'm going to show you what a Renegade Row is. Let's go over what a Renegade Row is first of all. So these kettlebells are going to start off in a nice even position, and all you're doing, let's do the version that involves a push-up first. So the Renegade Row would involve a push-up, row, and then row. Or you can do it without the push-up and just row, row, and keep rowing. So that's what a Renegade row is. So there's two different styles of doing them, with or without a push-up. So go over that with you, and from there we're going to go into the progressions of a Renegade Row. So what we're looking at is starting off in a plank position. Feet are wide, and you're just going to bring a hand to your chest, doing a pledge plank. So what you saw me doing there, I was going to show you the way not to do it. And you see how I'm twisting my body and I'm doing that? That's the way we don't want to do it. So if you're doing it like that, that's the wrong way. We want to bring these straight up. If that's too hard, go to the knees. Do the same thing. Bring the hand straight up. Don't twist the body to do that. This is not what we're doing. We want all our weight bearing straight down in this line. So those are the two starting points there. So when we get a little proficient at that, then you can go into push-up. Pledge plank. So, if you can't do what we're going to demonstrate here, then that's the starting point there. So, from there, we go to just the regular Renegade row. Now, I wanted to show you these little guys because these little guys here are deceiving. They're very light, but they're very wiggly and wobbly. So it requires a lot of stability when you're doing these. So my butt is down. I'm not like this. I'm not like this. I'm not like this. I'm in a structured position. Everything is solid, core is engaged, and I'm gonna torque. So when I do this, I'm torquing, pressing all my weight down on this one, and then bringing this one up. So you have to shift weight from this hand to this foot, this hand, this foot simultaneously, and it's a little bit of a acrobatic doing, but when you get proficient in them, do them with the big kettlebells so that you don't lose your stability. Start off there. These are a little bit harder, and you're just bringing it up, torquing, pressing straight down. So this one forces you to press down to have that stability with little bitty kettlebells. Now with a push-up, same thing. You have to maintain that force stability to keep those kettlebells stable. So it's a lot harder doing them with little kettlebells. So wanted to make sure that you understood that option as well too, that it's not, you don't only build strength with big weights, you can use little weights to build strength too. So going back to the big guys, same thing, same form. Just because you're doing it with bigger weights or lesser weights doesn't mean that your form changes. It stays the same. Everything functions the same way except where you're applying the force. So we're going to torque it, push down. Beauty is you don't have to push down so hard. One. So now we're working these muscles and this muscle and all of this. So the whole body is under tension this entire time. So technically the entire body is being taxed all at once. So when I say that when we're older guys and we have to make every workout count, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about making every single workout count, every rep counting, not cheating your reps, because this is what I see when we do Renegade Rows. My whole life, this is what I've seen. I don't even know what this does, other than trains you to be tired. And if we're training you to be tired, you're going to be sloppy. And when you're sloppy, you get injured. And when you get injured, you can't train. So everything just falls to pieces and you're out of the game again. And the goal is to keep you in the game. So work with weights that you can manage. The ego is something that needs to be set aside in Renegade Rows. Especially in Renegade Rows. The ego is something that needs to be set aside in deadlifting as well too, but that's another story. But when we're really looking at what it takes to reclaim strength and reclaim what we lost over the years of being a dad, being a father, being a mother, being a career, being the caretaker, being whatever that got us on the couch and not serving ourselves anymore. That's what I'm that's what I'm coaching here. That's what I'm training here. I'm training men how to minimally train with maximum results for their goals. And it's doable, it's plenty doable. You just have to put the work in You don't have to put 3 or 4 hours in. I could do 4 or 5 sets of these in 20 minutes and I'm done for the day. I don't need to do anything else. I don't want to do anything else. My body's had enough of just doing it the right way and not doing it the way that makes people think that I'm strong. I don't want to look strong. I want to be strong. And that's the difference between, you know, the guys who do it sloppy and the guys who don't do it sloppy. That's the difference. And that's what I'm trying to train you guys, is that I used to not be able to do these things and now I can. And I've always considered a good coach is somebody who learns something and just wants to share it with other people. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.